Welcome to another edition of Bills Mafia Live, powered by BetUS. What is going on, everybody? Spam Go Bills in the chat right now, folks. Spam Go Bills in the chat. As many of us know, and I keep forgetting because we're playing the New England Patriots today, and if we don't win by more than 35 points, then I think that should be a red flag. That's how confident that I believe this Buffalo Bills offense is going to hang sack against the New England Patriots, ladies and gentlemen. As a reminder, I will be giving my live play-by-play reaction later this afternoon. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, highly recommend you do so. Goal is 40,000 subscribers by the end of the football season, and people are starting to get excited about football, baby. And people are starting to get excited about football, especially since the playoffs are right around the corner. We're having a pretty good understanding of who we're going to be playing in the first round, the path to the Super Bowl by itself. And on today's episode, all of our speculations were correct, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Allen played nearly half of the season with a broken hand. If they haven't already carved out Josh Allen's name in the MVP trophy, they certainly already have. A broken hand, give me a break. Now, listen, obviously, all of us ended up having our speculations at the beginning of the season, right? Because he had that Mickey Mouse glove on his left hand for about 8 or 9 weeks into the season by itself. So it is very interesting. It's very, very interesting. And now we have all but a confirmation. Dude's a dog. Dude has balls of damn steel. Dude has 37 total touchdowns on the year already. Number one in QBR, accounts for 90% of the overall offense, and he did it with a broken hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's our damn quarterback. That's something to be proud of. And look at all the competition. All right, first off, we go out there, we hand it to the Kansas City Chiefs in our home stadium, hand it to the Detroit Lions, offensively, of course. Defense is an entire different conversation, but something to damn celebrate. And a lot of people are just like, oh my God, what's the source? What's the source? It was Ian Rappaport. And then somebody that I was speaking with was just like, oh my God, Dan, like he didn't even list a source. I'm like, fool, he is a source. What the hell are you talking about? You have no idea. We have Pugsley Pard in the chat. What's up, Dan? And go Lions. Pugsley, what's going on, man? Good luck against the Chicago Bears today. I am fully confident that you guys are about to absolutely roll those fools today, and you are going to be getting right back on track when it happens. Holy broken hand, what the hell, beast. I mean, listen, all of us had our speculation. In fact, I feel like most of the Bills Mafia and Bills fans out there knew that that was the case. But funny enough, I don't think that a lot of other people really knew outside of Buffalo Bills fans, right? Because he was just playing with a glove, blah, blah, blah. Like, maybe it was a conversation that was passed under. But let me tell you this right now. Like, Josh Allen just won the MVP with that news being made public right there. Because you want to know why? A couple of things. Number one, this is a media award. So people in the media vote for this. It is regular season performances. And it is basically every single sports writer and every single person that is in the national media by itself. And let me tell you what that just did. That essentially ended up giving him a story of adversity that he was able to overcome. And when they ultimately end up looking at statistics, so between Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, etc., that's going to be the deciding factor. It is all about who the media votes for. And ladies and gentlemen, that information being released today, where the entire NFL world now knows it, 110%. He just ended up winning it. Congratulations, Josh Allen. You are the 2024 NFL MVP. And he is going to go out there and he is going to, like I said, absolutely cockslap the New England Patriots defense this afternoon. And oh my, golly, oh golly, your boy's going to be celebrating absolutely intensely. Shout out to Pugsley Parr for yet another super chat, man. I still need to know where to send the mini helmet. Pugsley, I did not forget about you, man. I am actually in the process of creating a P.O. box. And then once I get that P.O. box, I will send you a DM over on Instagram, and then we will make that happen, man. I absolutely love this situation. That, or if you were willing, if you were okay for like me to basically utilize that as a giveaway, right? So like what I could do is I can go on ahead and give away that signed mini helmet to one of my lovely audience members that watches this stream all the time. Then that would be absolutely incredible as well. So let me know if you would be okay with that. If not, then just give me about a week or so I can set up a PO box. I just haven't had an opportunity of getting all of that done, but I am excited to get a damn PO box so you fools can send me some weird shit in the mail. I know that you're going to be sending me some weird shit in the mail, so let's go on ahead and make this happen. I can't wait to hear Colby talk about Gonzo after we smoke them. I cannot wait for Colby's moral victories of how Gonzo, although ended up getting cooked like 4 out of his 7 targets, but like 1 target was absolutely lethal when it comes down into when it comes down into coverage, which could be pretty insane at the end of the day. We have Jonathan Clark saying he wore the one glove earlier in the season. OJ Simpson died and was known for the glove. Absolutely. Hey, listen, man, if any of you are superstitious, maybe it is the OJ Simpson curse, man. You know what? I feel like whatever you think about the guy, so whatever you think about the guy, I mean, is what it is. He's gone. And then maybe that was what was plaguing the Buffalo Bills for all this time. Dan, what would be your opinion if the Buffalo Bills got Odell? I feel like it would be completely redundant. So I hate to say this, right? Because like I hate talking shit about players, but I don't think Odell is a very good wide receiver, right? Like I never really thought that he was a very good wide receiver in the first place. And he's definitely and nowhere near his prime. He has had way too many injuries. He's made of glass. Like maybe like some teams can go out there and actually end up making a play. And then on the opposite end of the coin as well, I feel like it would be redundant, like right at this point, right? Like depth, I suppose, would be pretty cool, but I have a feeling some other teams are going to end up shooting their shot for Odell Beckham Jr. before Brandon Beane does. I feel like it's a higher priority for a lot of teams in the NFL for some additional wide receiver help opposed to the Buffalo Bills, right? So I would be okay in not even making a move toward him whatsoever, but here we are. So Lamar throws for 200 yards and 3 red zone touchdowns. National media is sucking him off right now. Look, like, here's the deal. I think Lamar Jackson's a good quarterback. He is. But like when you look at MVP seasons, it's Josh Allen, 110%, right? And it all has to do with adversity. Okay? Like this entire offseason, and Bills Mafia can attest to this, I promise you this. We were all getting trolled about the 0 weapons that Josh Allen had. And everyone thought that we were going to go like 9-8, and they already crowned the New York Jets. Some of them crowned the Miami Dolphins as the AFC East winners. And they mentioned that, oh my God, like Josh Allen has no help. There's absolutely no way that they are going to be able to be competitive this year. Fast forward, right? Like we're 11-3. And Josh Allen ended up putting up all of these numbers with quote unquote no weapons. And is currently leading the league in overall QBR, top 3 in overall total touchdowns. And he did it with a fucking broken hand, right? So nothing against Lamar Jackson, but like, let's go on ahead and take a look at a couple of things. Out of all of the games And this is something that I think my boy Sean actually ended up pointing out. Sean, let me know if you were the one that pointed this out. But all of the games where Lamar Jackson ended up having like his best numbers of the season, right? Happened to be against the bottom 3 secondaries in the NFL. Like the bottom 3 secondaries that can't stop a nosebleed. And they have been giving up those sort of statistics to about each and every single QB that they face all year. So the vast majority of like his insane games have been against some of the worst secondaries in all of football. And then number 2, you have Derrick fucking Henry, bro. Like, you have Derrick Henry. Is anybody in here really going to look me in the eye and say that defenses aren't completely confused because they don't know whether or not that they're going to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry and he's going to go for 185 plus yards on the ground? So they're probably going to have a defensive game plan that at least accounts for Henry about 60 to 70% of the time. It's all about context. And I mean, look, I'm not dissing Lamar Jackson. I think that he is a great quarterback. I think that he is a top 3 quarterback. I genuinely believe that. Like, right where it stands, I think it's Patrick Mahomes number 1. I think it's Josh Allen number 2. And I think it's Lamar Jackson number 3. I mean, I don't see why that upsets people, right? Like, I feel like people are way too sensitive, especially when it comes down into their overall quarterback, right? It's not even like me dissing the guy. It's just I have my guy as a better quarterback. It's just like, I mean, it is what it is. And even if you want to go on ahead and debate it, right? Like, as far as their careers are concerned, 110%, I would say that Josh Allen is the better quarterback than Lamar Jackson for playoff performances alone. Like, you cannot argue that. Like, you cannot argue what kind of quarterback Lamar Jackson is in the playoffs and what kind of quarterback Josh Allen is in the playoffs. You can't. Like, you can try, but like, you're going to sound like an absolute moron. There's absolutely zero evidence backing up that Josh Allen is 100 times better than Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. There's absolutely zero things that you can do. So it is what it is. And then we're going to have to see it. So I noticed quite a few trolls in the chat. So you brokies are going to have to pay. The troll toll is now implemented, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So what I do is that I monetize trolling. Okay. I monetize shit takes. So that means that I am only reading comments from Bills fans or from people that actually want to have real conversations. For all of you brokies in the chat who are the trolls, all right, you got to pay, fool. So do me a favor, ask mommy and daddy for their credit card. If you want me to read what I got, if you want me to read what you have to say, I am going to charge you. If you are going to cause me brain rot, okay, then you're going to pay. You are going to pay to cause me brain rot. That's for damn sure. Joe Rist, I heard he broke his hand fisting himself, sending Bills hate from Hamburg. Joe Rist, what's going on, man? Hope all is well, Joe Rist. See, I like Joe Rist because you know what? Like, he actually has funny trolls. Like, he's actually somebody that I enjoy talking shit with, right? Because he's creative. He's very creative and he's funny. A lot of these trolls are just absolutely boring. They just don't do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I know we don't have enough cap space in the offseason, but if we can get an edge rusher, we should go after Chase Young and or Marcus Davenport free agency. So, Scott, I'm going to tell you what, man. I think you'll like some of the edge rushers that are coming out of college. And obviously, I'm not going to be unpacking a lot of these draft prospects because right now I'm so in tune with the playoffs, just wanting to cover all stories around the NFL playoffs. So where it comes into it, we're going to have to see what is going on. We have Buffalo Daddy D is coming in saying Jackson got an interception yesterday too. Are they mentioning that? No. Listen, we all know that interceptions only matter when Josh Allen throws them. That's essentially where we're at right now. That is essentially where we are at when it comes into it. And Jonathan Clark is saying, stop the Lions' 11-game winning streak. I mean, the resume just is completely insane. The resume is just through the damn roof. And look, guys, it's not even so much of who deserves it at this point, but you have to understand how MVP voting works. MVP voting, in my opinion, I want to say that it's already been done. I want to say that MVP voting has already been done. So what they do is that they pull all the beat writers across the National Football League. And it is the National Football League's choice as far as the writers of who they vote for. And the second that they drop that story that Josh Allen played half of the season with a broken hand, come on, dude. No way. Come on, bro. Like, you're telling me, objectively speaking, if you walked in to a voting booth and you had no idea who Josh Allen was, you had no idea who Lamar Jackson was, but like you understood all of the team dynamics surrounding them. And the fact that one of those dudes played half of the season with a broken hand, come on, buddy. So like I'm just trying, like I'm not talking shit. But what I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to just prepare everybody who is hoping for a different outcome of this award. And unfortunately, you are going to be disappointed. You are going to be disappointed. Dwayne says, you never replied on Discord. My apologies, Dwayne. By the way, you got the job for Roundtable, by the way. Sorry about that, my friend. It's the holidays, baby. It's the holidays, man. I've been busy, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. We're going to have to see. And so Lamar has more turnovers than Allen. Isn't that why Allen didn't win last year? Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to see. We have Buffalo is rolling on in. Dan, what is your take on the possibility that the Chiefs lose out and we win out and take the 1 seed? Buffalo Guffey is coming on in with a fantastic question. I personally have completely given up on any possibility that we are going to get the 1 seed, right? I would be pleased if I was wrong, but I think so. The likelihood of Kansas City dropping their last 2 is crazy. It's absolutely insane. Like, I could see a world where they drop to Pittsburgh next week based off of short rest and a solid defense. Maybe Pickens ends up coming back as well for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But really, at the end of the day, I just don't see it happening, dude. I just don't see it happening. I feel like we need to go on ahead. And just accept the fact that we are getting the we are getting the 2nd seed. That's basically how this all works out. Man, let me see what else we got right here. Is nobody talks about Lamar's fumbles either. It doesn't count. I don't know, fellas. So the Ravens are the only team that scare me in the AFC, and our home field advantage should help, though. So I'll tell you what, Fluffy Potato, just go look at how the Baltimore Ravens perform in the playoffs. And then I feel like you'll be okay. I'm not even so much worried about them anymore. And you know what? Like, here's the thing. I would rather play the Baltimore Ravens than the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know that I just completely flip-flopped, right? Because I was on the complete opposite end of the spectrum a couple of days ago. But here's my thing. Would you rather play a team at home that you already are familiar with, that you already have played, or would you rather play a team that you haven't played at all season? I think that's just sort of like a pick it like poison sort of situation. If we want to win the Super Bowl, folks, obviously, we don't want any mouth breathers to come in here when we're raising the Lombardi saying, oh, yeah, but y'all avoided so-and-so in the playoffs. Absolutely not. You bring those fools up to Buffalo. I hope it's snowing like a MFer and go through that situation, baby. It goes through Buffalo, at least through the 2nd seed, and make it happen. We're going to New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to New Orleans. Book your tickets, book your hotels. We already got that. Dan, don't you dare. Hey, at least I admit that I flip-flop. At least that I admit, all right? I throw it out there. And I say, hey, you know what? I'm going to admit that my mind has recently changed. And more than likely, and that's not what TD does. TD doesn't do that. TD don't do that shit. All right, Pugsley came in with the chat. As a Lions fan, my top 5 quarterbacks right now are 1, Josh Allen, 2, Bo Nix, 3, Jaden Daniels, 4, Jared Goff, 5, Lamar Jackson, and just outside is Mahomes. Pugsley, that's my guy. Pugsley's coming in here, spitting them facts. Baby. I feel like that's all we got to talk about. I feel like we're going to have to see about that. We have Red Furnace. Allen deserves MVP just on 5 new offensive weapons. I totally understand that. I totally understand that. We have Jonathan Clark saying 2005 and 2009 Steelers got 2 rings without having to face Brady in the playoffs. Not much. Nobody complains about that. They still won the chip. Absolutely. We got the Soul Twins rolling on in and saying, why do you think the Bills, or who do you think the Bills play first in the playoffs? I think it's like a 60% chance right now that it's going to be the Denver Broncos. If not, then the next most likely is the Indianapolis Colts, but that percentage absolutely plummets. So it's either the Broncos and or the Colts. Then it's the Dolphins are more likely. And last but not least is the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Cincinnati, even if they win out, they still have like a 10% chance because they need like 3 teams to lose out or at least drop one of their next 3 or all of their final games of the season. It's very difficult for Cincinnati to make it because there's so many things that need to happen. It's absolutely insane. They play Broncos, Ravens, Chiefs. C. Ballum, if we could get one receiver, who would you want, Dan? Someone who is going into free agency and or to trade for. We say, as a Chiefs fan, the Bills will kill us in the playoffs and Buffalo will win versus Eagles, Super Bowl 59. From a Chiefs fan, it's pretty nuts. I'm not even sure if I believe that this is truly a Chiefs fan, because if so, wow, talk about the humility. Talk about the humility that rolls on in and makes it happen, baby. I love it. I absolutely love it. Damn, boys. Damn, brother. Let me see what else we got here. We have Maya just came in and say, I'm driving to Buffalo right now, spending Christmas here and going to the Jets at Bills game. Have a great time. Hope you enjoy it. I already know you're going to. How sick would it have been with Jefferson instead of Diggs? It definitely would have been interesting, but you know what? I guess we'll never know. I just got the report. Allen wins the MVP. According to sources, Josh Allen has won the MVP. Josh Allen has won the MVP, folks. The JP is coming on in. It's the surrounding talent that separates Lamar and Josh. You should expect Lamar to do what he is doing. Allen was expected to take a step back, and he is on the money. Absolutely, man. All right. So we have Andy Debates is coming on in. Hey, Dan, I am a Chiefs fan. And do you think that Josh Allen could win the turnover battle and break through the curse? I'd be heartbroken, but would it be happy to see you guys win the AFC? We have Andy Debates in here. Have a lot of Chiefs fans in here today. I'm actually kind of curious to see where you guys are coming from. Did you come from Cole? Because me and Cole collabed a couple of weeks ago. He's a good friend. Let me know where the Chiefs fans watching, where you guys ultimately ended up coming in from. Because my guy Cole is the man. So I'll tell you what, man, it's going to be anybody's game like it is, right? Like, so really just go on ahead and just look at all of the past matchups for the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs, regular season and also in the playoffs. It is all about coaching. So in my opinion, so who is going to outcoach one or the other? Is it going to be Andy Reid or is it going to be Sean McDermott? It doesn't really matter about player personnel, and it doesn't even necessarily matter about how our players are going to perform, because we know that our rosters always bring their best football when they play each other, is what it is. It just comes down to Andy Reid versus Sean McDermott. That is really what I have to say. I actually came from Bill's Bunker and your Instagram entertaining stuff. Andy Debates, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. That's what I'm talking about. In fact, you know what, guys? Roll call in the chat right now and let me know where you are tuning in from. I always like understanding how far Bills Mafia extends, and also let me know what team you are currently representing. If you have a different team that you are representing, let me know in the chat right now, and let's get this going. Guys, we have almost 400 people in here and less than 100 likes. Smash that like. The boy is dead. Guys, smash that like button right now. This needs to go up to at least 300. It is that thumbs up sign. And listen, if you haven't already, guys, I'm going to be giving you my live play-by-play reaction to the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots later this afternoon. You don't want to miss out on that. It's always a great time. I do a bunch of signed giveaways all the time. I'm giving away this Dalton Kincaid signed rookie card. I'm probably extending the giveaway to next week because I really haven't been pushing this as much as I should have. But if you want to be a part of my signed giveaways, I have a Taron Johnson signed jersey, and I'm thinking about giving away that signed Jim Kelly blue helmet behind me as well at some point during the season. No promises. I love it. It's going to be very hard for me to walk away from. But if you want an opportunity of my friends, of winning some signed memorabilia, have to be a subscriber. And typically I end up announcing all of the winners during my live game reaction when it comes into it. But anyway, guys, go on ahead. Let me know where we are. We have Orchard Park, New York. Look at that. Shout out from Albany, New York, man. From Miami, Bills fan. But says Lions fan, which is interesting. That is a oxymoron. Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Watching from Highmark Stadium. Go Bills. DD Morph Balls 2. What is going on? I love your name, dude. Hope you're getting absolutely trashed for a Buffalo Bills beatdown on this New England Patriots team, man. It's going to be something beautiful, man. We have Waterloo, Ontario is in the chat. I love the blue helmet. Raleigh, North Carolina is in the chat. Jose, what is going on? Lackawanna, New York, Bills Mafia, Orchard Park, New York. The blue helmet going to be worth gold 10 years from now. I am absolutely telling you. I mean, dude, it's going to be really hard for me to walk away from this. It really is. But I am thinking about including the blue helmet in one of my giveaways. It is so sick. God, it is so sick. But listen, no promises. I could change my mind. Like, I could look at that shit and I could be like, nah, never mind. That shit's mine. And I'll give you the red helmet signed by Thurman Thomas instead. But maybe we're going to have to figure this out. Or maybe I'll just buy another one. Who knows? Sharon, Pennsylvania, like always. But going to the parade when we win. We have Orchard Park, New York. Bills in Brooklyn. That's my guy. Long Island, New York. I'm both a Lions and a Bills fan. West Virginia. Kona, Hawaii is in the chat. Indiana. I'm from Mars. Maya, that is a hell of a damn drive from Mars all the way to Buffalo. Stay safe. Let us know. Bills and Lions fan. Look at that. London, Ontario. Tim D is up in here, man. He's doing his thing. And then Calvin says, you greedy bastard. Hey, man. Hey, dude, it's so sick, man. It's so sick. Like, would you give it away for free? I'm just kidding. I'll probably give it away for free. I love you guys. C-Ball, what position do you think we will draft in the first round in this year's draft? Give me an edge rusher. Give me an edge rusher. I can go on ahead and give you my preference. My preference is an edge rusher, like a true one, like a dude that's going to be game-changing. Like, give me like a Jared Verse sort of talent, like on the edge that we can like sort of knock it off from there. Bills Mafia Brazil, go Bills, man. I love all you guys, man. I love all you guys. Bills fan from New Jersey. Baltimore, Dan, go Bills. Benford is absolutely killing it. You already know he is, my dude. You already know he is, my guy. That's what I'm talking about. Bills in Arizona. Go Bills, a run blocker. So Dr. DC is looking for a absolutely incredible one-tech defensive tackle. And do you think Max Crosby or Myles Garrett would be available for a trade in the offseason? I don't know. That's actually pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting, man. Oh, wow. This might be the funniest tweet I have ever seen in my entire life. Hold on. Reports from a source tell me that real Dan Mitchell has been tweeting all season with a partial bicep tear. It is true. Oh, my God. Shout out my boy TJ. Shout out my boy TJ in here. He's doing his thing. We got Tokyo, Japan. I love tuning into streams, and it's hard with the time zones, but I find time. Go Bills. What is going on, Max? Hope all is well. What brings you out to Tokyo? And so you from there originally? Have you relocated? It's beautiful, man. I've always wanted to go out there. I have always wanted to go check that out. That's actually like on my list. Like, as a matter of fact, I've been to South America. I've been to Central America. I believe I'm going to Europe next year for a really, really cool vacation. But then I think Japan has to be on the list. There's no way that we can do this. Buffalo, New York, Josh for MVP. TD score prop bets for today. Snow Turd 518. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yamina, Austin, Texas is in the house. When the Bills make it to the Super Bowl, that blue helmet should be the giveaway that week. Just saying. Thank you so much. That's actually brilliant. And to be completely honest with you, that is like that's actually brilliant. I am originally from Buffalo. I moved here at 23. Absolutely, man. I love that. Dan, when do you think they will announce the MVP? They do it during the Super Bowl week during the NFL Honors Awards. I want to say it's February 2nd because I did apply for credentials for that event. So I am hoping that I will be there in person to watch my QB raise that damn trophy. We are not losing at home this year. Go Bills. Protect our house. What is your score prediction for the game? 35-10. Score prediction, Dan, 35-10, David. 35-10, Bills, and that. Should I become a Bills fan? Absolutely. Hop on the bandwagon. Been to Japan while in the military. It was cool. Hand job maker. What's up, man? I appreciate that. I'm just kidding, hand job maker, but you're the man. Is Josh Allen a Hall of Fame lock if he wins MVP? Are you live streaming Bills games today? Shay White, I certainly am, my friend. I certainly am. I am going to be live, play-by-play reaction. Buffalo Bills, make it happen. Moshe is coming on in. If Allen passes Thurman Thomas, should it be a holiday? Yes, absolutely. So many different holidays are coming in. I think the Bills need to wear that blue helmet. I don't think that we're going to be getting like new uniforms until we get our new stadium. That's my theory. Why are the Bills and Pats a 425 game? Because they didn't want to see the Miami Dolphins play football. Hell yeah, Dan the Man. Shay White is coming in. We are drafting. Who are we drafting on D in 2025? Bills to the Super Bowl this year. Let's go, Buffalo. David, great question. Great question. I'm probably going to have to go with like edge. So edge help. Solid, dude. And then a corner like would be ideal because I'm not sure if Rasul Douglas is going to be re-signed. Michael is saying, I don't ever want to see you punch number 12 over your left shoulder. LOL. Michael, you're right, man. Sincerest apologies. Fun fact, I'm actually heading to Dick's Sporting Goods after this, and I'm about to buy a referee shirt and throw a referee shirt on this guy. I can't be punching Jim Kelly during my streams, but I can punch a ref, right? I think that's going to be pretty solid. And then I might actually go on ahead and I might purchase some T-shirts based off of what team I think that we're playing that week so I can just beat the shit out of that guy. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Resign all the offensive line and draft all in defense. I want to say that all of our offensive line is still under contracts. I don't believe anybody's a pending free agent next year. Bills should 100% get pass rush. We never get to the quarterback in the playoffs. I want an elite pass rush. Bishop is saying, I love your content. Go Bills. One before I die. Allen for MVP. That is something that has always gotten to me. Always gotten to me. Jayco is coming in. Let me see. Eric is coming in saying Dolphins game is still at 4:30 today. No, it got flexed out to 1 p.m. Yo, what's up with Tank Dell, Dan? I haven't heard any further reports, but that was one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen in my entire life. Prayers up for the dude. But if you were to ask me, like that's the same knee he had issues with last year, and dude got shot last year too. Like he is just not having a lot of luck. He's not having a lot of luck. I don't even know. Knocked out 87. Allen has had a broken hand and hurt shoulder this whole time. Just a broken hand, but 8 games through the season. Back when he was wearing that white glove for like a shit ton of weeks, that's particularly why he was having all that. Dan, was it his throwing hand? Go Bills from El Paso, Texas. No, it was his non-throwing hand. Dr. DC, was it everyone watching? What is everyone watching at 1 p.m.? There are no games on at 1 p.m. that are worth watching. Maybe Eagles, Washington Commanders. Like that's probably the most exciting one in my opinion, but I'll probably just have Red Zone on. And I'm not even sure if that's going to be something I'm going to be like really paying attention to. Maybe. All right. Yeah. So Washington. Yeah. So Washington and Seattle is probably the only game worth watching at 1 p.m. Yo, Dan, should we do with Vaughn Miller? I feel like we can actually post June 1st cut him. Hopefully he retires. All right. We be fixed. How about them Chiefs? How about them Bills? Wow, dude. We have a how about them Bills fan in the chat now. What are your favorite Bills and Sabres jerseys? So I'll be completely honest with you, my friend. I am a hockey casual. Okay. I have never really followed hockey. It probably doesn't help that the Sabres are fucking terrible, right? It's probably pretty hard. And for me to sort of gain fandom for that. But my favorite jerseys that I own, I have an old school Taquio Spikes jersey, like back in the 2000s, which is pretty sick. I have that Jim Kelly jersey, obviously, behind me. I have a Josh Allen jersey. Yeah. Yeah, man, most definitely. I'm more of like a dude that wears like coaching gear. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my coaching sweater, and that I typically like to wear. So that's sort of my thought process at the end of the day. But still pretty sick. Dan, give me 3 picks for anytime touchdowns today. Ooh. Okay. Oh, man. All right, listen. So give me a James Cook touchdown. So I'll take a James Cook touchdown. So give me a Saquon Barkley touchdown. Oh. So guys, what else is like a lock for an anytime touchdown? So what else is a lock for an anytime? Gibbs. Yep. Gibbs. That's it. So a Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown, number 1. James Cook anytime touchdown, and a Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown as well. That should be a pretty solid three anytime touchdown parlay if you were to ask me. So Amari touchdown, no targets last week. Josh is going to feed him. I like that, and the odds are probably absolutely insane. Here, the Buffalo Bills need a corner. Tell the Buffalo Bills to draft me next season. I am a top outside DB in a semi-pro football league called the NFC, number 43. Dude, Shea White, no way, bro. For real? Dude, send me your tape, dude. Send me your tape. I will look over your tape on stream. I like that. I like that, man. I will be your biggest fan. I will be your biggest fan. I believe I'm the only person that wants us to wear the red helmets if we make it to the Super Bowl. Urban is coming on in. Shakir, Mike Evans touchdown. Mike Evans touchdown is probably good. All right. So a Mike Evans touchdown is pretty solid too. I feel like I feel more confident in a Mike Evans touchdown too. Dan, I pray we play the Ravens. Oh my God. We have Akram coming in. Dan, and do you like my chill guy profile? Akram, I certainly do, my friend. Bishop, those 86 masks are so unique and definitive of the Mafia, aren't we? Oh my God. Cool Ducky is coming in saying, hey, Dan, and do you think we'll get a kicker in the draft? Would be ideal, right? But all right, folks, 361 of you on YouTube right now. Please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up sign. Something to discuss. And reminder, if you haven't already, guys, if you are subscribed, make sure you have those bell notifications turned on as well, because I don't want any of you missing out on my live play-by-play reaction today. I am going to be giving you everything I see out on the field while I watch Bills versus Pats. It's basically like I'm watching football with 300 plus of my friends each and every single Sunday when I do these. So do me a favor, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and I will see you at 4 p.m. EST so we can start talking a little bit about Buffalo Bills versus New England Patriots. It's going to be a hell of a time, long 3-4 hour stream. Maybe you'll see me beat the shit out of that dummy if something goes wrong. Maybe you'll go on ahead and make that happen. But anyway, see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Deuces.